So before everybody gets here, I kind of want to give you the lowdown. I need to start talking about what this piece is about. I'm really movement driven, and you know, I see something out in the world that really inspires me from a physical standpoint, and then I try to translate that into choreography. The conceptual idea tends to happen later on in the project. So with this one, I'm trying to do something different. I have a concept and I'm translating that. So this year we are working on a piece that is about Charles and Ray Eames. Charles and Ray were mid-century modern designers. They are very well known for the furniture they designed throughout the mid-century. Did a lot of like new ways of making shape. They molded plywood, plastic, wire mesh, just many different ways that were functional. And at that time, there wasn't that much furniture that was functional. It was Victorian, it was beautiful, but it wasn't for everybody. And Charles and Ray really wanted to create something that was for the everyday person that would be functional and last a long time. So they really came together and created this awesome form. And on top of that, it was an interesting time in society. Men were like at the forefront still of everything, and women were just starting to become known. And oftentimes society thought Ray was a man. They did not see her as a female figure. So she really like plowed forward for women designers during the mid-century era, and she just like kept rocking her own. And next to Charles, they really came together to create this really cool legacy. So in a nutshell, I'm doing a piece about Ray and Charles, their aesthetic design, and also about their relationship and how that was affected by the societal views of the 1940s about feminism and masculinity, and how those coincide and work together and sometimes are combative as we go. Today I have a new dancer joining us. I'm bringing on a male dancer for this project. His name is Patrick Barnes. I've seen him perform in a bunch of different companies' work, and I think he's super powerful and awesome. So I'm very excited to have him on board. I am also kind of anxious about it. I'm trying to challenge myself as a choreographer to continue to make work that's super physical, that can be translatable on both female and a male body. So we finally have like the full cast. I don't have Nell with us this week, but she's coming back next week. So I'm just gonna throw her into the everything of this. Yeah, it's gonna be a good day. Keep my head on straight. We're gonna do this argumentative section, okay? So, before we get into like the grand scheme of things, I want you guys to create a charge. So, meaning you're charging forward in 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it takes you back 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, let's just do it. Let's just learn everybody's. So they're gonna go in little different spots, but it'll still be good to know them. So Legger, why don't you go next?
Okay,
And those arms, try to have them some sort of offset for your own. It can be different for everybody where they end up. How do you feel about Leggers? Good?
Okay, let's learn Anna's lip next. This crosses in and then over. I think I was thinking like that initial feeling of like, oh, we're gonna talk about this now. Oh, we're gonna talk about this now. Great. And like really cut, like this right hand is really like a cutting remark. So like,
and I like how Anna's like throwing her shoulder into it as she does it. It's really nice.
and then you step with your right foot, you take your jazz hand across your right ear. Jazz hand across your jazz hand across your right ear. And then you go scoop, scoop.
And in this section, you guys, noise is fine. Like I kind of want there to be like this rhythmic smack element, so if body contact happens. My first one here, like you're yelling forward chest, side body, hit in. Kind of, you can push, and the push doesn't have to be like horse field. Yeah, it can kind of be a push. That one is a hit, kind of some sort of back, 2, 3, 4. Good. Then I want to go headers forward.
Having Patrick in rehearsal yesterday was freaking awesome. I was very nervous. Oh no. Only just ate half of my lunch. It was really cool having Patrick in rehearsal yesterday. It just brings a whole new dynamic into rehearsals, and it really challenges me as a choreographer to like try new things, and also, you know, sometimes I get comfortable in my like own world, and I really want to continue to push myself in the ways I can kind of create movement and think of them on different bodies, and also kind of just asking myself what's next for the company and kind of how we're growing. So it's cool to kind of see that happening as it is. This next week there are 2 grants that are due. One's kind of a big deal for me. It's the Rain and Opportunity Fund, which they pair up with ODC, and they offer budget relief in the amounts of fees that you pay to rent ODC theater. And I really am looking at having my show at ODC. That would be awesome to get. And also there's a grant coming up through Dancers Group. It's called the Cash Grant. It's a artist panel that reviews all the grants, and then they actually get to choose more artists this year. They get to choose 14 people, which is so cool. They got a lot more funding from bigger organizations, so good job, Dancers Group, thank you. There's actually a really great informational video that they posted about the Cash Grant. If anybody watching this is curious what it's about, I will link it up there. So stay tuned for that. I gotta go work on some grants now.